Hey everyone, I'm Rather Incoherent, back with more heavily modded XCOM 2. We're going into Operation Hades Demonetization. It's a very difficult hack mission. The real thing here is we're not allowed to leave due to restricted airspace, we have to win, and the hunt means this is going to be our first run-in with the Venators, which are the most endgame of the endgame codexes. The squad reset's pretty good. Having a Sergeant Marine is unfortunate, but other than that, it's about as good as an infiltration team can be. We have Infiltrator, Pioneer, Combat Engineer, Marksman, Field Support, Assault, Marine, Tech Spec. It's a pretty balanced all-around sort of team. They're in full tier 2, they just don't have the best gear. They're not running our PCSs, they're not running the ruler armor. So even though it's a good team, it's not as good as I can feel for this point in time, and maybe it should have been since the hunt's here. I could over-infiltrate for a week so I can evac, but that's how a loser thinks. Let's get in there and win. So we started with a Frost Priest veteran. At first I was glad to see a double agent, but this is a psionic unit. I feel like this is a Trojan horse, like he's gonna get exploded by the Venator in the middle of my team. It's gonna go really badly. Anyway, he's got Frost Warrior, Smoke Screen. What's the buff on Frost Warrior? Mobility and aim, who knows? Anyway, I'm not looking forward to using the Frost Priest veteran too much, but the aim buff might be nice. For now, we need to move forward and scout this out. I think it's sensible to start by running forward on Carbon Mile like this. Oh, that got eyes.
I found one of their patrols.
Spectre, Biomech, Velez. We haven't actually seen a Velez yet, so what do? Counterattack, of course. Run and gun. Wonderful. Aiding grenade, a big gun. We're thoroughly in the why aren't you in plasma armor tier of the game at the minute, it feels like. Everyone's weapons are hitting for you're fucking dead amounts of damage, which I'm not a fan of, because you might notice, not in powered armor just yet. So, yeah, that's terrifying. Kind of feel like Biomax and Velez just showed up a little bit too early, but maybe I'm just behind in tech and hadn't realized it. And also, we're almost at powered armor, so if it weren't for bridging techs, we'd be getting past this hump like in a week, but instead we're not. So that's rough. I want to take the corner tile here on my Combat Engineer.
Location confirmed.
No new eyes, that's good, that's what I wanted. Now, my sniper's never going to be getting the perfect tile because they can't brace this turn, so they're just running. There's the Marine, if they get the full cover tile.
Copy that.
Did you reveal or did you see something? Either way, I'm surprised.
Got a group of hostiles over here.
Alright. Sectoid Commando, Frost Trooper Veteran, not quite sure on the full specifics. I would like to use Frost Veteran's ability of Holy Warrior this turn, but I'm not actually sure I'm allowed to. I sort of feel like I'm just going to immediately pull if I try. Carbon Mile wants to move all the way up. Where can I get on my Pioneer? That's the neat part, you can't. I can get here though, and that's good enough. That's the closest he'll be getting. Cryolite Commando probably wants to be in this side. Brilliant Pegasus. I guess if I'm going to be somewhere that's bad, I want to be... No, I want to make sure I have vision of this biomech. I need vision on that. So I'm going to stay up top, even though it's not completely ideal. And the veterans also staying up top, because they're just going to be buffing someone on my team. They're not actually useful. There's not room for them right now. So I'm comfortable with this. It just depends on what the other pod does, whether or not we might have a good ambush or no ambush. Also, we can't afford to screw around. 9-turn timer. Just 3, but like a terrifying 3 to be sure. The other pod is walking away. It's got a heavy mech and a commando as the 2 units I wasn't sure about. Barrel Hive is here. Okay. I did not know this. Jaded Rabbit has a pretty solid open by just taking the flamethrower. I can actually see for Haywire right now. So I could go for failsafe Haywire. I can also just like take the combat protocol later in the turn, right? And the failsafe's not looking to be a guarantee, so I'm gonna go for the flamethrower. I think that's a really clean open. The shred's worth it. Put burning on the Muton Velez. The old meaningful... What the fuck do you mean immune? I have phosphorus. How dare you, Spectre? Does phosphorus not literally say bypass immunities? Like, isn't the text really universal in what phosphorus does? 1 second. How salty should I be? It can now damage mechanical units. Okay. So, what the fuck are you on about, Mr. Spectre, with your flame immunity as opposed to just being a machine? Yeah, Spectre immunities. They have their own set of immunities that include fire damage. It's not related to being a robot. Fucking cool. Turns out the opening was bad. But Frost Warrior on to my otherwise unimpressive Marine. Next, I think I want to just take a shot here on Carbon Mile. They are the best unit at shredding on this team, so they should be taking the first shot on the Biomet. I should have considered if I, like, wanted to overdrive or use Bombard Protocol. I don't, but I really should have thought about it. I'm gonna blue move bug like this to get Dread Mechanism across the arena without pulling Fog of War. And that lets me blue move bug like this, do the same with Pegasus to get eyes on the mech. Yeah, I didn't accidentally mess either of them up, thank God. And now I can see the Combat Protocol here deals a lot of damage, but not enough. Oh, you have blue screens? I mean, you can just high roll, and you have a 20 to crit. Seems like I should be using you here. Damn shame about that. Not surprised, but disappointed all the same. However, that means I can now pretty easily use my pistol here. You also have blue screens. Nice. Also, before I do that, I should brace. Maybe, like, make the smallest effort to play well. Things might go badly if I don't.
I got it right.
So, how much aim bonus am I getting from this Frost Warrior? Just plus 10. I was really hoping for more. I can grapple, loot, and holo target the Spectre. I think that's worthwhile. Just a basic suppressor. Could have just left that on the ground. It would not have made things any worse. I actually think I want Adrenaline Rush this turn to combat present somebody. Which means I... Yeah, I have to combat presence first then. So I'm going to give it to the Spark that's already went. Because if I holo target her, it will still end my turn. Wait, did your turn end anyway? No, why'd you go away? How dare you? We're not done. The Spectre has to die this turn. If this Spectre lives, we are setting ourselves up to get TPK'd by the nonsense that is about to unfold. 96 is way better than 86. Take it. No, I would really like it to be dead this turn, and I'd like you to be overwatching instead as a result. But, I have 2 actions. Why do I have 2 actions? I think we do need to use Bombard here to deal with his cover. Just no one else is really doing it efficiently. And then we'll see if my second action is a reposition that I just have. I think that's what it is. I don't think it's anything else. Yeah, it's a reposition. Okay. Hey, blue screen damage does apply to Spectres. Thank God something does. I can fire a pistol, though. Definitely not. Cool. Now we just need the Bellas down. You can only overwatch, you don't have eyes. Glad I moved you over here. You can overwatch now. You are going to stay right where you are. We have a freeze weapon, and a blinding cold, and a gun. The gun definitely matters. Alright, it's just gun and this. How's your kinetic strike looking again? 75, and he has retaliate, so maybe don't. He is in range. Burning Rush doesn't help, though, so... Odds are the Bellas gets to live, and this is a very bad play by me. Alright. Things are looking decidedly better than they were a second ago. Things are looking decidedly worse than they were a second ago. Anyway, that's our turn. Everyone give a good round of applause for burning damage, the real MVP, no matter what the stat screen says. The mech squad came back, no surprise. Good first shot. I think that might be... What the fuck do you mean they're back there? Oh, that's just animating badly. Okay, good. It's just lying. That's the real answer. That seemed like an unreasonable number of overwatches. This is a slight problem. I can use neutralize protocol, but I mean, let's not beat around the bush. Neutralize protocol is not doing nearly enough here. The real neutralize protocol is called murder. Alright, I have found easily the best rocket. It's covering all 3 of them and might blow out the heavy mech's cover, or footing rather. So this rocket's very good. I don't know if I was envisioning whoever had covering fire, but the answer appears to be no. Good flip. So that's all 4 Overwatches gone. This is why we didn't use neutralize protocol and instead went for other options. Can you see the spark? No. Run forward, you easily can. You can't really get further forward than this, so take this and we're seeing if it pulls now rather than later. I am glad to hear it. Combat protocol kills, right? Yep. Now, this means we will not have combat protocol when we find the Venators, unfortunately. We do have a shitload of blue screens, though. Marine, how are you feeling? You're feeling like you can shoot some people. Fair. Take the first shot here, then. Almost got the kill, but I mean, it was out of reach, so I'm not upset with you for missing. I should be able to finish this with a pistol, then. I'm gonna reload and take the pistol shot. I'm not gonna greed that hard for a single bullet. Just reload and shoot the vector rifle.
That's it.
The assault can get to here. They'll have a clean shot on the Frost Trooper veteran with blue screens. That should be a kill, right? You know, 82% of the time, because they're not actually good. All right, fine, fine. 4 out of 5 is oftentimes good enough. Now, the commander might get to live depending on where everyone else is. I'd rather that not be the case. I don't want to move too far forward and pull line of sight, so I might... No, I want to leave the half cover available. I'll move 1 tile forward. It's so unlikely for this to pull. Cool. If you can take him down, I'd appreciate it, but someone else can move in to finish it off. Yeah, sure, just do it yourself. Of course you will.
How many of you are killed?
Okay, so everyone else just needs to move forward. I dash forward to here on the Frost Priest. Dash forward to here on the Pioneer. Combat Engineer is going to get here and Overwatch. You have a reposition because of Raptor's perch. Nice. Move forward. We're done with this position. Right, Commando's a little bit behind, but they can resupply ammo on Rampant Mystery, who can then Overwatch with their second action. They're sort of stuck where they are. There's no point in reloading Carbon Mile because they have the advanced autoloader. They have 6 extra bullets in their gun unless they don't need them. I think I'm good to just move forward and grab the loot, in all honesty. We're not getting shot this round, so I don't need to be too worried about anything. Just make sure we don't have to worry about this in the future. Don't let future next greed kill me. Basic bedded stock, it's nothing really. It's not nothing, but it feels like nothing. Your turn's over, I'm not repositioning, you're overwatching. And that's it for us. First 2 pods down without too much to worry about. There's a Feral High pod and a Venator pod though, so there is definitely stuff left on the map to fret about. The objective is here, that's 2.5, 3 turns away. We have a tech spec, we're fine on time presently. I'm going to start by just moving Dread Mechanism out like this and seeing what happens. There's a very high chance this pulls. So far, no. This also has a high chance of pulling, but for everyone else to move forward, I need to take that move as well. Going to move to here.
The open spaces, the fresh
I'm going to take a double supply run over here. Eclipse Crash, Torpedo Avalanche. No one really needs the bullets, is the thing. The bullets are entirely just because it's inefficient not to load guns. I definitely think Avalanche probably deserves bullets more than the Frost Priest veteran, though. Seems unlikely that isn't the case.
back in.
Then we take our supply run. Oh, we blocked the ladder. Good job, me. Let's continue moving, then.
Physical exertion outweighed.
We're gonna move as far forward as we can here, because you've already got your dash. The Marine's gonna be sprinting as the last one. The Assault really wants to be far forward.
On the move.
Eclipse Crash really wants to be on high ground.
Will do.
Brilliant Pegasus wants to be far forward.
Go.
At this point, no one else is getting on the roof, so we can just take our sprint here on the Marine.
Move, move, move.
We can take our sprint here. And we can take our sad little move here. It's technically getting Fog of War, but I'm not sure how it could possibly pull that these other lines of sight haven't seen.
Got it covered.
I went over to this corpse of the sectoid, and I got very confused as to why we jumped over here. All right, still spooked, but still not seeing the problem. I'm going to move down to the door on Jaded Rabbit. Nothing. Can I get the battle scanner onto the objective, or near the objective even? I think this is worth doing. Yeah, there's a lot of shit in there. Do we see the Venator? No, actually. We see a Warlock pod and not much else. But we get an idea of where we can move without seeing things now. This is pretty close to pulling. So I'm going to stay back a little bit from there. Actually, I think where I would want you is up here. That's going to pull, but this won't have line of sight anywhere. So we just move to there on Dread Mechanism. We're going to want the opposite side on Eclipse Crash for sure.
Moving out.
Cryolite Commando's probably doing something up there, and they're definitely reloading guns before they go. I believe Cryolite has fully reloaded the ammo on everyone while the whole team sprints forward. And that's like a really weird thing they do that's valuable, they being field supports.
Move, move, move.
Where the timer just matters less because they're on the mission. How long does this buff last? How long is it going to be till it goes away? Who knows? Anyway, running forward to full cover on Mystery, probably not my final position. Okay, I've had to use TTC to get Carbon Mile to get out of the glitch. Where do I want to put them? Final action. I can put them here. It's got a little bit of vision, the other tiles don't. Actually, I'm stepping out to there on Eclipse Crash, so it's safe. Brilliant Pegasus needs to be far forward. I don't feel comfortable staying on that tile, so I'm putting them here. And Torpedo Avalanche, welcome to the club.
Already there.
And then next turn, we can go fight, probably if the fight doesn't come to us, which is very possible. Hopefully we get to see these pods moving around, get an idea for what's going on with them. Who's that? That is a Frost Technician leading the pod, or at least end the pod. Are you guys part of the team? What's going on with this? Who is he with? The Warlock is coming to play. I don't think they're going to pull based on how I've moved. Oh, wait. They're walking in vision of this. They're going to pull. They didn't, actually. Wait, is this all one pod? Is that what was happening? Your pod was split up? Yes. Is the Frost Technician part of this? No, that's a pod of two that was unrelated. I'm so confused to what that I just broke. What is that pod? I activated a two-man pod without seeing these guys? You guys don't have Supernova yet, do you? Oh, wait, we do have Supernova. As much as I love this Infiltrator, I can't imagine it will do more in the next 2 turns than killing all 5 of these men is worth. Although the Warlock will live with like 1 health, but still. That is just how we start this. We're going to pull everything when we go in here, so doing this is invaluable. Oh, the Warlock died too. I wasn't expecting that. So, what did we pull when we made that move? Oh! That's why the Hive are here. Okay, for future missions and campaigns, I understand what the Hive is here means. When they shouldn't be here. It means that. It means the Hive Queen is here. Because why else would there be a random feral hive if the ruler hadn't spawned? Alright, yeah, that makes so much sense. Fair fucking enough. In light of recent events, I'm somewhat unsure what the correct moves are. Like, I'm still posting up around these parts, I'm just not really sure what the end game is, and I don't feel like shooting Advent's even beneficial anymore. If I run out to here, I could grapple up here, which is actually a relevant tile. If I can't reach that, then there's nowhere I want to be, so I'm just taking the dash. But what I would like to do is grapple into corner cover and hollow target the boss. Perfect. And there's a window on the other side, I think, provided it's actually 2 stories tall and it's not just... Oh, it's not actually 2 stories tall. I mean, it is 2 stories tall, but I can't see it. That makes me very sad. Wait, I have a teamwork. Rampant Mystery is the one who can help. I'm not entirely safe up here is the issue. There's no reason to hollow target if I'm not attacking it this turn, right? So I can just move here. There's no reason not to. The Combat Engineer is going to need to be involved relatively soon. Turns out I needed the Strutter gun. There is something it could have done that was more valuable than running forward. But here we are.
Affirmative.
Gonna need you in range very soon. Rampant Mystery. I hope you enjoy second verse same as the first, because, yeah,
I'm
that.
all over it.
Brilliant Pegasus can't really help. If I turn on Wrecking Ball, I can't get in range for the Skulljack. I was hoping it would give me the tiles I needed, but it doesn't. Cancel Wrecking Ball. Please don't break everything. I'm going to get up here on Pegasus then, just because it's sort of out of the way. I don't know what abilities this has. I probably can F1 it, can't I? High Queen immunities, Vault, Queen Slash, Summon Reinforcements, again. Establish Dominance allows her to steal Chrysalids from Advent control, so they would switch teams. Regen, 2 armor. Okay. Escape and some sort of stun. Nothing too bad on that list. I mean, she does summon Reinforcements, which could be endlessly terrifying or not a big deal, and I have no idea which. But for now, we running forward. That's all we got.
Double time.
Oh yeah, Frost Priest. Yeah, get involved, man. They're gonna be really helpful. All right, this is gonna be really funny. And by really funny, I mean potentially absolutely tragic. I don't really like this Frost Technician. I'm gonna be upfront with you. I really don't enjoy where you are relevant to my units. And if there's a pod back here, I want to pull it. I want to cause chaos. Damn. Anyway. That is him mostly sorted. Completely sorted. Godspeed, priest. I wonder why the High Queen spawned missing like 4 health. Anyway, it has 170. I don't know if my changes affected the High Queen. I don't know if I remember to do that. You don't seem to have your priorities straight there, friends. Oh, hey, Carbon Mile has Kinetic Strike or Kinetic Plating too. I wonder why. That's not just happening to one of my infiltrators, then it's all of them. I'm glad they were immune to whatever that was. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, right? That was the stolen double agent priest. So where's the Venator I was told about? Because that's what the hunt means. Or at least that's what I thought it meant. Also, those are not Rippers. Those are Swarmers. They have blank damage, but they have all the mobility in the world. 25 defense. Come on, go for Advent. Go for Advent. Come on, be a friend. Fucking Christ. Oh, he's just dead. The dot just kills him. Bye, Torpedo Avalanche. It's been good knowing you. Oh, and now the Rippers get unavoidable actions. That's super fun. Oh, wait, they didn't this time. And the poison for Chrysalids doesn't tick every turn? How's this work? If the unit dies while poisoned. Do we have a medic? No, of course we don't have a medic. That would be ridiculous. Okay, first things first. You handle every Ripper in sight to you. After that, you're probably sprinting full speed away. Because I like you being alive and not zombies. This advanced trooper is a slight problem because he doesn't realize who the real threat is. If I run and gun to here, I'm not even convinced I have guaranteed hits. Okay, so on the Marine I can see this guy. Does it have headshot? No, this is a whole ass unit. Okay. Terrifying. So I need to kill this Hive Warrior this turn. Holy shit, the Chrysalid Queen hits for 11 to 12? Oh no. Okay, real talk. No, I have to kill them. Not win the mission. I have to kill them, right? Yeah, we can't leave without beating the Queen. Fuck. I'm definitely using Overdrive here, even if it's just for a Kinetic Strike at the end. I'm gonna see if I can't deal with some of these Swarmers via Flamethrower, which is the canonically appropriate solution to the problem at hand. Unfortunately, it's my whole turn just to move, reload, and Flamethrow, because my gun is empty. Can you make this, like, less terrible, please? Oh, yeah, absolutely, apparently. Wait, do those even attack? Wait a second, hold up, stop. They don't attack. They can pin you and they can heal people, but they don't attack. That seems very important as, you know, they're not attacking then. This advanced trooper is just about to fucking kill someone, so I have to skulljack him. I don't have an alternative option on Pegasus. I have to skulljack this guy because he's just in us with Holy Warrior, refusing to help deal with the Chrysalid Queen. So congratulations, you picked the wrong side. If you want to get 20 intel before we all die horribly, yeah, good job. Alright, so the number of problems I'm having are going down, but also this is still fucking terrible. Marine, you can see the Hive Warrior, right? Yeah, good. I've got teamwork, so the Marine can teamwork me. Rulers don't respond to Mimic Beacons. So what I need to do is ignore the Hive Warrior and deal with the Queen. Alright, if you say so. What are you gonna do about it? Oh. Well, isn't that just the best news I've gotten all day? That's not what I thought you were gonna do at all. I'm gonna use teamwork to give you another action.
Together we are strong.
And then I am going to chuck a Mimic Beacon. I hate that teamwork breaks your control and just randomly switches it to the... It's not random. Like, it's switching to the person you gave an action to. I understand why you would want it, but I almost never want to take their action immediately. Anyway, next shot. Remember how I said our teams suck at shredding armor at this point in time? The good news is that I have AP ammo here, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I'd really like it if you were available. I can chuck a rocket into the back corner. Honestly, I think at this point I would rather a grenade. I would rather a grenade. I am going out on a limb here and assuming the Hive, and specifically this Hive Warrior, do respect Mimic Beacons. That doesn't feel like a crazy assumption. I want to throw my grenade as far to the right as possible. I don't want any fires catching on that objective. Oh, right, yeah, there's a Ripper in the back. He kind of matters. I think there are multiple Rippers in the back, actually. Can you come check out that idea for me? Are there Rippers over here? There's one way back there. God knows you're not doing anything else useful. Thank you. Anyway, your name is the other Mimic Beacon now. The Assault also has a grenade that shreds. So, I mean, come join the club. We're not killing this thing without breaking its armor first. So I understand why it doesn't get reactions. Because it is notably fucking ridiculous with its 11 to 12, 80 aim, 200 health, 6 armor. My teamwork goes on a Jaded Rabbit who has more grenades and continues to shred. It seems good. I think I want to use the flamethrower if I have it now, because we are gotten it down to almost no armor. I'd like to apply burning to this. If it happened to hit the elite priest, I wouldn't really be upset about that. Wait, you're immune to fire? That's not a normal chrysalid immunity, is it? No, it's the Hive Queen immunity, okay. Well, I'm taking the shot then, and it's the last action of the turn, so let's see what happens this time. I wonder if Torpedo Avalanche is alive at the end of the turn. Oh, wait, we have you still. Yeah, you are suppressing the Queen. That's not very complicated. That was always what you were doing. Why'd he die? Chrysalid Poison deals damage at the end of the turn, I guess? Because he just took a damage that has no type listed. And the poison very specifically did not mention dealing damage to him. It's not like I could have done anything about it, because, I mean, yeah. There's no medic on the team. There was nothing to be done. Anyway, rip that assault. Excuse me, Hive Queen?
We know where they are.
It has Wrecking Ball? Oh, that's wonderful. I suspect that the Mimic Beacon will not make it through the turn. I sort of feel like the Hive Queen shouldn't be immune to fire, because Rippers have fire vulnerability. It just doesn't really make sense. Oh well, here we are. So, about the more Mimic Beacons that you will be giving me. You are going to put your defensive mine down on these two. We are going to throw a grenade here. Let's hack the objective now if we can. We probably have vision. We have a 100% on a large alloy cache. No, that's the small one. The 100 or the large is a 64. So this is 10 alloys, and this is 20 times 0.64, which is more than 10, so this is just the correct choice then. And if we want to be results-oriented about it, then that was obviously correct. The reason that's important is because we're going to have a lot of explosives going off in the neighborhood. Because I'd really like to catch, you know, everyone the fuck else with these grenades. Okay, Hive Queen is out of armor at least. I have Raptor's Pert, so if I can take out the Hive drone, I'll get another shot back. We can chuck that one at the Queen. Who's gonna need a whole lot more shots before they go down. Dear God. Hey, is Overdrive back by any chance? Oh, thank Christ. Priority number 1, 2, and 3 is killing the Queen. So let's make that happen. I need you to leave next turn, because anyone the Queen touches just dies. It doesn't matter. If it hits you, you're dead, unless you're a Spark, in which case, congratulations. Are you immune to cold by any chance? Poison, fire, and mental. Sure, just take your 70, why not? Good job. Now it's even slower. Between all of the debuffs we've given it, we've gotten it down to 6 mobility, which is actually pretty good. I'm going to combat presence. Can I throw ammo from here? I don't need to. I don't need to because they have the advanced auto loader. So I'm going to combat presence the Spark. And I actually am going to take the free reload. That's not what I was talking about. We need to do that. I'm going to take one shot at the Hive Warrior. We need to kill it eventually, and someone has to shred that armor, and no one's better at this job than Carbon Mile. That's a fake action. I want you in range of the Queen. So kinetic strike from here, please. Glad to see that connecting. I guess I'm gonna move to the Queen. I don't really know where that should be moving to. If we kill the Hive Warrior, we don't need to throw the Mimic Beacon. The Hive Warrior's only an 87 is the problem. I'm still gonna take it. It's the one that's actually threatening. That dodge means we are probably not killing this turn. Oh, we do have a shot here, which is a whole 81, but still. Oh.
Not good.
4 to 5 is often, but not always good enough. I think we're down to just the suppression. Wait, this is a bolt caster. Oh, it's actually not even good enough. All right, Mimic Beacon it is. And then we suppress the Queen. And that's it, except for some repositions that don't really matter. So we end turn. It's been a while since we had a death. Torpedo Avalanche just sort of got by this Hive Warrior. I was talking earlier in the video about how powered armor started to seem necessary as everything was heading for, you know, our entire life bars, and then that happened immediately. Not really sure what that 5 damage was from. Oh, the mine. Fair enough. I'm just glad to see damage going through. God, she is just animating very weirdly and not attacking for some reason. I imagine her 6 mobility might be impacting her AI a little bit. She's supposed to be much faster than this. I'm sure that's fine. If you could just get out of the neighborhood. You too, buddy. I'm beginning to think this is not a safe place for our units to be. Rocket seems good. If it scatters in any direction, it's still not going to be terrible. It could hit, you know, a couple of our units depending on which way it scatters. We already got the data. There's no friends in here. Those are not friends.
Rockets away.
We got the priest, that's for sure. Really looking to get the hunter, but I'll take it. We have a free reload here, but we'll be taking that for sure. No reason not to. We have a shot on the hunter. If anyone else shoots it, we can make sure it dies. They'll probably be dead on the first shot anyway, not that it really matters then. I can resupply ammo. The spark doesn't need it though, right? Yeah, not at all. I can get a bombard protocol on the Queen and the Hunter. So I guess that death from above shot's not going to do anything. Yep, death from above, thoroughly unnecessary there. Carbon Mile, I guess you can take your MVP then. I'm not sure why it's not getting reactions. I feel like it is supposed to get reactions. I'll have to look into the hive later, but considering how absolutely shenanigans its stat line is, and that I have no clean way of solving the problem in the first place, I'm just going to roll with this. I mean, it's getting away no matter what, but it is somewhat insulting when that happens. So I think there's no reason to shoot the Cocoon. Everyone's just railing shots at the Hive Queen. That's how this goes. It's already 100%, so we don't have any reason to holo target. Except for you, but it's better to shoot the Boltcaster than improve your odds. Very nice. You're out of bullets. How shameful. Reload, shoot. I guess I should have suppressed instead. It just feels like a moot point. I guess I'll take the blinding protocol, see if you can blind this guy. No immune popped up, but I don't think he's blind either, because no blind popped up. Yeah. Anyway, would you like to leave yet? That's it for me. What are you up to? What does Psyguard do? I've never seen this ability. He has a point of armor now? Is that what it did? That was extremely loud. I'm going to lower the volume of that in post. Anyway, she's out. She's leaving. Okay, good. I mean, it's a shame about the dead man. Also, aren't there supposed to be Venators somewhere? That was a thing I was told. Anyway, please leave me alone. Not really sure what's going on. Like, I'm pretty sure the mission's over, and that there weren't any Venators, but there could just be another pod somewhere that we never saw somehow.
Status confirmed.
Yeah, no Venators. I was right.
Down and the area is secure.
I would have guessed that was something with rule respawning breaking the Venator sitrep, or the sitrep might just not work. I have no idea which. Or there might be two sitreps named the Hunt across different mods. Don't like either of those possibilities. I could just be misremembering. The Hunt might be Chrysalid Queen, and there's a different one that sounds very similar for Venators. Could have swore that was the Venator sitrep. Anyways, who has MVP? Is it? I mean, I know who it is. There's actually really, really solid performance out of almost everyone. Because, like, everyone was landing tons of shots, dealing tons of damage, getting intel. Torpedo Avalanche did, you know, all right up until the unfortunate accident. But Carbon Mile landed every shot, got 8 kills, dealt 160 fucking damage. They're the reason that ended sooner rather than later. Dread Mechanism doing pretty solidly, too. If I'm being honest, losing the Assault really doesn't bother me very much at all. This campaign, I've completely lost faith in Assaults as a class, and I think they just don't work well with the number of enemies that I'm seeing. So not having the Assault really doesn't upset me at all. Anyway, we take Weapon Specialist immediately. How much AP is it? 13? It's almost just automatically worth buying Opportunist, but not since I had to buy Splinter Armor on everyone. I need to know what my actual AP values are first. And I'll get into what I just said in a second about Splinter Armor. Here we take EMP Shockwave. Yeah, there's no promotion for Torpedo Avalanche, unfortunately. It was like 5 or 6 episodes that I updated the thumbnail to remove that people had been dead for like 40 episodes plus. Where I was like, oh yeah, they no longer need to be there. They've been on the thumbnail long enough. The thumbnail's super cluttered. Let's get them out. Anyway, time to put somebody to dead immediately after doing that.
If anything, I fear we are making it easier for them to catalog our people.
He's dead, Tygan. He's not alive. It's okay if they know who he was. They can't do anything to him now. He's already had the worst possible thing happen to him. What are you talking about? Anyway, that was part 2 of hunting the Hunter, apparently. Let's go over to the memorial. There we go. I feel like these guys should have epitaphs, and the fact they don't is not okay. 31 kills, 10 missions, easily the most advanced soldier to have died. I think what do you mean he hits for 9 plus damage over time is a really good summary of this death. Also, shrapnel who? What are we talking about? Anyway, I feel like I can't actually be sad about Liquid Danger's death. More like liquidized, because I traded him for supplies. I vividly remember the sectoid I thought was going to flank Guilty Chimera and not having the path, feeling really good about my position, and then another sectoid came out of a ladder to the flank I had just thought was safe. Poor Guilty Chimera, that was just bad. As for Phoenix Point, it's pretty simple. There's a moral here. Don't use tired soldiers unless you want dead soldiers. And as for Sundown King, who died in one shot in like episode 6 in the first terror mission or whatever it was, what do you mean forgot to enable alternate bleed out mechanics? Because yeah, he should probably just have lived, but it's fine. We got 2 Reapers to replace him. I'm gonna go ahead and form a bomb between Fantastic Fox and Stubborn Sectoid just so it'll go away. Yeah, make your silly poster. Fine. Fox and Sectoid, united they stand.
If it improves
Sure,
morale,
why not?
then I suppose there is no harm in it.
Are you sure it doesn't make it easier for Advent to catalog than Taigen? Are you certain? Now, I'm of the opinion that every single Marine who's going on missions regularly is going to need the Splinter Armor perk because there's just too much armor and we can't get through it fast enough. So let's just go right now and use AP so we know how much we actually have. White Wolf is a real Marine that goes on missions all the time. Dark Horse should already have it. Minuscule Magpie has to spend the AP on it, it's not optional, I need that ability to shred. Umbral Assault is actually seeing missions pretty regularly, so I'm going to spend 5 AP in conjunction with everything they've got saved to get that ability. Fool's Idol is in the same boat, and they actually just have enough AP to buy it themselves, thankfully. The one that's a hard pill for me to swallow is the one I just used. Rampant Mystery is still a Sergeant. They're never going to get out of Sergeant. I think I have to not buy it here. The plan is just don't use more than 5 Marines. You shouldn't need that many Marines. You shouldn't need that many anythings. So I'm not going to spend 20, or more accurately 12 AP on Rampant Mystery. I'm just going to try to never use that soldier again. As we're getting properly into the endgame, I think I'd take a moment to recap how all the various soldiers I'm trying to stack are going. In terms of assaults, our intended A-team assault is Mercury Hawk bonded to Den Mother. They're up to 16 mobility from 12. They're actually going to go up to 17 at the end of this covert action, so they're up 5, which is pretty damn good for mobility. There is no A-team combat engineer, much less a sacked combat engineer, so nothing to say there. For field medics, the stack is just that one became a psionic character, and that's the entire plan. They don't get anything else. For field supports, Dead Mother has been aim stacking. They've actually been doing relatively successfully with it. They're at plus 10 aim. For Marines, that's Dark Horse, and apparently they're only at plus 9. But you'll notice that Umbral Assault and Fool's Idol aren't even at the same value. And I think what's happening is a bunch of people in this rank got aim stack. Because if you look at Minuscule Magpie, she's at 78. So obviously there's aim stack on Umbral Assault because they're higher than the captain. And I think Fool's Idol might be aim stacked as well. I compared it to what the actual file said Dark Horse should be because I was very confused. And I believe that Dark Horse has 87 aim up from a base 75. That Lieutenant, a Marine, should have gained 10 of the 15 aim they eventually gained. So I think they're at plus 12. They also have Pounce, that's arguably more important. Now that Eclipse Crash is promoted, I can now confirm what I had checked by file scanning. Iron Rhino was up 16 aim from where they should be. Previously, there were no other captains. They had actually become my highest ranked marksman, so I wasn't certain what a marksman was supposed to have at captain, but it is in fact plus 16. And while we do have an A-team sapper and Hulk and Cardinal, it's not anything to do with stats, it's to do with the abilities available to be bought. Oh yes, and then there's Dead Titan, who's currently hack stacking, I don't know for how much, but Dead Titan is actually at plus 27 hacking, which is pretty good. That's actually better than one enemy protocol, so they are currently doing better than, what's his name, Big Large. Anyway, with that recap done, let's get back to scanning. Oh, what are we doing? That's a good point. New covert action, Hunt the Chosen? Yeah, we want to do that immediately. For Find the Stronghold Part 3, we have 2 medics and the lowest ranking soldier in the entire army. Good luck. There is an ambush, but I won't be giving them PCSs. I'm pretty much all out of the advanced aim PCS, or advanced speed PCSs rather, to give out. And in addition, if any of these soldiers die, I legitimately do not care. So good luck. Take that to heart. Don't fuck up, because I'm not going to save you. Oh, and I have settled on just getting rid of Remains of a Fallen Hero, because realistically, all it does is show up all the time and waste the slot on people who've died that don't actually matter. Like, theoretically, I could go out of my way to clear them, but that's just ridiculous. So I'd rather just not have it pop up at all. The very edge circumstance where someone dies with gear that I won't Like, most of the time I go out of my way to get the gear if that's the case, right? I would pick up their corpse as I evac. I just don't think it's worth having that. This resistance order is shoving salt in the wound. Anyway, it doesn't look like anything else available really matters too much. Oh, we were making contact. Yeah, cool. Let's keep doing that. He made it into the 4th pip. Please, for the love of fuck, attack the Avenger. I want to do UFO raids. Icarus armor completed. We now have a set of armor that can just teleport us around the map, and possibly more importantly, panic Archons.
We can't let them down.
Teamwork training almost complete. I think this is, yeah.
We might as well keep it up, Commander.
18 members returning to base, and a promotion on Den Mother. Den Mother makes it to Captain, and Venom Reaver beat her to it just by showing up at Captain. It was kind of unfair. We take upgraded scanners. Now, as an A-team character, until I get vital point targeting, I don't really care about the rest of this targeting shenanigans. I should probably go ahead and buy electronic surveillance. Smokescreen's really the one that's a mistake, but I'd like to have them both anyway. And I think at that point it's also worth having Support Grenadier to throw them as a free action. So we're just going to go ahead and invest 12 AP here to fill out with her 20 AP both of these perks. I don't think Reposition Ally is worth it, although we're getting to the point where you have to start asking, with their 10 aim stack and a superior aim PCS, we could be looking at an aim of, I think it's like 18 or is it 23? It's some ridiculous number on a superior aim PCS. Like nearly 100 aim on high ground with covering fire? It might be worth it. But I don't have the AP to invest in this soldier right now to perform that function. I can get them the grenades or the Overwatch stuff, and I chose the grenades. Also, I took Support Grenadier instead of Rapid Deployment. Well, there goes another 15 AP. I picked the grenades. I wanted it to be a free action. I just misremembered which grenade icon it was. And in 24 hours, we finished Powered Armor. Let's see what it oh, new assault mission. What is this for? Just for intel. There are Lost and there are Shield Bearers. Is there anything else to know about? I think we can afford to do this. I'll need intel in the future. I will be getting the black market back. I have like a completely ready team. If we come over to the dark events, next alien facilities in 12 weeks. Oh, we have so much time. But I wanted to know when the resistance timer was. I guess I only get to see that at the end of the month. There's a timer somewhere in the game that tells you when you're going to get attacked, like when the retaliations are coming. You see it every supply drop. I thought I'd be able to find it with relative ease by looking around, but I guess not. Yeah, wherever it is, I'm not sure. If you could tell me how to find that in game, I'd appreciate it. But I guess it doesn't matter. I know it's not soon. I know next retaliation, though, I need the A-team ready. For now, though, I think we have the time to go do this. Let's send out whoever the best soldiers we have are to get the experience they so desperately need. Because no one's colonels yet, and part of that's my fault for nerfing the experience required to get colonels. It appears that my 8-man changes for experience were too harsh because I have no colonels yet, and the only people approaching colonel are the Sparks who've been going on tons and tons of missions. Fiber Giant is almost colonel, he's 5 experience away, since soldiers in the same ballpark 10 experience away. You'll recall that he's not available right now, he's off doing something. Big Large made it to Major before they did, but he's at 169. Sparks go on so many more missions, they rank up tremendously faster than anyone else because they never get tired. They just keep going on mission after mission after mission. Because there are more enemies and you end up killing more people and getting more experience, I increase the amount you need to rank up in my 8-man changes, and I definitely increased it too much. Based on this campaign, I honestly wonder if I needed to increase it at all. It may have been entirely unnecessary. But we're definitely ranking up too slowly, but oh well, it's here now, there's no clean way to change it. Draugr is tired for hyphen hours, which is very weird because he shouldn't be. I'm gonna save my game and see if flying around changes what he's at, because he shouldn't be tired at all. He was less tired or less injured, whatever it was, than Regal Dawn when we started the training for them, their bond training. So that's definitely just weird glitchy wound times like you so often get. I'm just gonna fly to the stadium and back, see if it changes anything, because this is definitely the sort of weird glitchy load times you just get sometimes, or wound times rather. Cool, we don't actually want to be here. Go straight back to protect the device, launch the mission again. There's no reason Draugr should be tired, and hyphen is just a rounding error where something is glitched out and it's not sure what the time should be. Yeah, Draugr's back and ready now. Not sure why he was messed up before, but he's good now. Iron Rhinos would be tired for 7 days. I'm kind of comfortable just throwing them into a mission now. Let them get shaken, who cares? But if I don't do that, they'll be back like perfectly in sync with Black Cat, so that's probably better, to be honest. Eclipse Crash is tired already, so I'll be taking Jaded Rabbit as my last soldier without them. I'm gonna make an AP buy here on the basis of I might have to do this in the future anyway. I think I'm going to buy Anti-Armor Doctrine. I'm getting low on AP, so maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, this is the guy with Rapid Deployment, Bunker Buster, Salvo. I don't think that's everything I could want, but it's pretty damn good. Jaded Rabbit would be one of the engineers I considered if I were bringing an engineer to Waterworld. Let's see who else is even in the running. Everyone's got good shit, but no one stands out as the best. It's all just different good things. Rapid deployment, high pressure tanks, remote start. They all got good things available to them. None of them are perfect, because perfect for a combat engineer is like 6 straight perks. No one is going to roll that. Because like, yeah, Opportunist is also here. There's a ton of Overwatch stuff mucking up the pool. I'm not convinced that I want to abandon assaults yet. I want to keep giving them a shot for the rest of this campaign. So I'm not spending AP here yet. Instead, we're going to Mercury Hawk and seeing if I can spend AP on you because you are the A-team assault. You are not even a captain. That's no good. I've got to take Breaching Maneuver. There's no way I don't take that. I don't care if it's taking a ton of AP away. If I'm trying to make a super assault, they're going to take this eventually, so take it now to maximize the chance they live. I thought I fixed Draugr, and then I never looked at them again. He's very much not in the correct uniform in this tier, is he? He's missing his iconic giant shoulder pads. All right, there. Now he's got big-ass arms again, and he's in plated tech like he should be. Although there's a little bit of weird clipping happening there, I don't know why this is going on. It's literally for these legs. Why is this happening? Concussion Grenades gives them a grenade slot. That's very important, because I currently don't have room for an ammo slot and a grenade slot. Having to pick sort of sucks. So I know I said I wouldn't be... Oh, I can't get Salvo anyway. I've got so many grenades on my combat engineers and it never matters. I just put an Archon suit on Jaded Rabbit because no one else would be wearing it this mission anyway. And if I could use the Archon suit followed by salvo grenades, that would actually be pretty good, but I don't have access to it. Rapid deployment still seems like it's just worth taking. It's a very strong 15 AP to spend. I'm willing to do it. Although we're getting to the point where I need to save AP just in case I hit a hard mission that I have to win with limited options, and I won't just spend AP for the mission. Yeah, the Icarus armor really just wants to be black, no matter how you color it, doesn't it? Okay, I thought long and hard before I said this about Operation Diabolic Giant, which is a very difficult Phalanx mission, but also the Lost are here, so it's not actually very difficult. We don't even need the reward, we're just doing this for experience, and these are very good soldiers. The only soldier here who isn't slated for A-Team might be on the A-Team if anyone dies. And now that I've thought very hard about it, I'm happy to say this is bar none the strongest team I've fielded in the entire campaign. Not only do you now have the Icarus armor attached to a flamethrower, which is kind of a big deal, we also just have the best PCSs available, a better understanding of how to shred armor. Speaking of, we have AP rounds on 3 units capable of shredding armor. We have somebody to reload all of our guns on a generally long-range team that can go very hard if it needs to, with sprint, grapple, actually, sorry, incorrect. I always forget about this because it just sort of happens. You hit level 2 and you get Adrenaline Rush. And at level 3, I'll get Sprint in addition to that. You just sort of gain abilities that give you benefits as you level up. It's very different from all the other proficiencies. It's just core action economy stuff. None of it is directly offensive. I really like all of it. But yeah, all of these units basically can flip a switch and sprint in, except for Dark Horse, who kind of can with the grapple, and Regal Dawn, who should already be there and doesn't need to sprint in. This is a very good mid-range, close-range team. It doesn't want a marksman. It wants to be closer range than that. And it's able to fight from range a lot better than most teams with this sort of setup can. The one exception being Mercury Hawk, who as assaults will do all campaign long, is dead weight if we can't get in close, and it's why I'm falling off on the class. I'd go off on a 10-minute tangent about assaults. I'm going to save that for mod talk at the end of the campaign. I don't feel good about assaults, but I'm not going to go on about it right now. It's unrelated to the assault who just died. That was just appropriate. I'm Rather Incoherent. I've been having a blast with XCOM 2, and I hope you have as well. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.